Welcome, I'm Dennis Doyle. In one of my other talks, I speak of my relationship with the psychoanalyst turned best-selling author, Scott Peck. Before Scott Peck agreed to serve as my mentor, he made what I thought was an unusual request. He asked that I send him copies of a current financial statement and a copy of my prior year's tax returns. When he sensed my hesitation, he said he was going to send me his financial information, and then he told me why he was making this request. He said in his years of private practice, he found men very difficult subjects. He said men had an innate ability to delude themselves and their analyst. And as a result of this deception, it took him much longer time to get to know who they really were. To counter this tendency and accelerate the therapeutic process, he had developed a protocol where he asked for and received their financial information. He said this information gave him a good glimpse of who they really were. By looking at where they spent their money, he was able to see the person in action and unmask dispositions they might never reveal to him. Well, I would imagine some analysts would not agree with this approach. I have found how people spend their money is highly indicative of much of their character. I have encountered numerous men who portray themselves as philanthropic, but when asked to do something that would confirm that portrayal, do nothing. One very successful acquaintance of mine was continually asked and agreed to be honored by various charitable organizations. It was an unstated but well-known rule that if you accepted the honor, you would thereafter assist the organization financially and encourage your friends to follow. It took years for the charities to come to the conclusion he willingly accepted the accolades, but would thereafter do nothing to help them. He was the ultimate user and status seeker, out only for himself and the publicity, but unwilling to do anything for anybody, notwithstanding they recognized him first. Tell me, have you found where people spend their money defines their true character? Have you ever looked at your own checkbook with a view to determine who you really are? Tell me.